4 vitamins to stop taking after age 65, and 4 that should be part of your daily routine. What if the supplements you rely on each morning are actually doing more harm than good? Research published by JMA reveals that seniors taking the wrong vitamins may raise their risk of premature death by up to 40%. This isn't hype, it's based on peer-reviewed studies. One vitamin has been associated with brain volume loss. Another has been found to elevate the chances of stroke, nerve injury, and heart problems, even when taken at standard doses. And chances are, it's already part of your daily intake. After age 65, the liver slows down. Kidneys become less efficient at removing waste. The nervous system becomes more vulnerable. Despite these changes, certain vitamins can accumulate in your body and start damaging tissues, often producing symptoms that people dismiss as natural aging. But this isn't just aging. It's something you can avoid. In this video, we'll highlight 4 vitamins to stay away from after 65, and 4 that are essential for your well-being. Stick around until the very end. Vitamin number 1 has been connected to a 36% reduction in overall mortality in a large-scale European trial. Before diving in, tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from. Now, let's kick off the list with vitamins to avoid. Beginning with one that's widely believed to be safe, but can create serious issues over time. Number 4, retinol-based vitamin A. Vitamin A is often seen as a beneficial nutrient. It helps with eyesight, supports the immune system, and promotes skin regeneration. But for those over 65, especially people using multivitamins or organ-based supplements, high amounts of retinol-based vitamin A can build up in the body and become harmful. Here's a lesser-known fact. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it gets stored in fat cells in the liver rather than being flushed out like water-soluble nutrients. As aging slows liver activity and alters fat distribution, unused vitamin A doesn't get expelled, it lingers. Over time, this leads to toxic buildup. Side effects include peeling skin, vertigo, impaired vision, and joint pain. Symptoms often misattributed to aging but actually signs of vitamin A overload, particularly if your supplement intake exceeds 2,000 to 3,000 micrograms daily. Even more alarming, a 2022 paper in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that older adults with elevated vitamin A levels faced a 25% higher likelihood of developing atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm disorder that greatly raises stroke risk past age 65. If your supplements contain retinol or retinol palmitate, it's worth reevaluating your choices. Your body still needs vitamin A, but not from synthetic or preformed sources. Instead, get it from foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and eggs, which provide beta-carotene. This plant-based form is converted to vitamin A only when your body needs it. Unlike retinol, beta-carotene doesn't accumulate to harmful levels. Take a moment to inspect your supplement label. If retinol is listed, make sure the dosage remains under 700 micrograms per day for women, or 900 for men. Chronic overuse can become dangerous. The safest route? Avoid synthetic forms entirely. Let food be your primary source. That wraps up the first caution. Let's move on to vitamin number 3, a common supplement given to seniors without sufficient blood work, which may pose even greater risks. Number 3, iron tablets. Iron is vital for health. But in older adults, iron supplements can quietly become hazardous. If you're over 65 and still taking iron as a precaution, you might be unintentionally harming your health. Often associated with energy and stamina, iron is frequently prescribed for low hemoglobin and included in senior multivitamins to combat fatigue and brittle nails. But after age 65, your body's iron regulation changes. You no longer lose iron the way you used to, and instead of being expelled, excess iron is retained. Like vitamin A, iron is stored rather than eliminated. It gathers in organs like the liver, pancreas, and heart. As it accumulates, it generates oxidative stress, an internal imbalance where unstable molecules damage cells, increase inflammation, and contribute to aging from the inside out. Iron buildup is also linked to the creation of lipid peroxides, harmful compounds that are implicated in degenerative diseases such as cancer, heart failure, and Alzheimer's. Here's what most people don't know. The majority of older adults don't require extra iron. Men stop naturally losing iron after adolescence, and women do after menopause. Unless you've been diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia or lost blood due to surgery, ulcers, or another condition, chances are your diet provides all the iron you need. Foods like red meat, leafy greens, legumes, and iron-enriched grains offer ample amounts. But when you add supplements on top of that, you may throw your system off balance and pave the way for long-term complications. 4 supplements to stop using after turning 65, and 4 you should definitely add to your daily routine. Imagine if the vitamins you take each day were secretly harming your health. Studies from the Journal of Medical Aging reveal that choosing the wrong supplements in older age can raise your risk of early death by as much as 40%. This isn't just theory. It's proven by data. One of these vitamins is tied to brain atrophy. Another is linked to a higher chance of stroke, heart problems, and nerve injury, even when taken at normal doses. And chances are, you might be taking it right now. As we age past 65, the body starts to function differently. The liver slows down, kidneys lose some efficiency, and the nervous system becomes more fragile. Despite that, certain vitamins can build up inside, harming cells and producing symptoms that are often confused with typical aging. But this damage isn't just getting older, it's avoidable. In this video, we'll cover 4 supplements you may want to stop using after 65, and 4 that should become part of your regular health plan. Don't skip the last one. It's been linked to a 36% drop in all-cause mortality in a major European study. Before we begin, comment below and tell us where you're watching from. Now let's get into the vitamins to avoid, starting with one that seems harmless, but can quietly cause serious trouble as you age. Number 4. Retinol-form vitamin A. Vitamin A has a reputation for being healthy. It's good for your eyesight, your immune system, and your skin. But for those over 65, especially anyone using multivitamins or liver-based supplements, vitamin A in the form of retinol can collect in the body and become dangerous. Here's something many people don't know: vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning the body stores it in fatty tissue and the liver instead of eliminating it in urine like some other vitamins. And because liver function slows and fat stores shift as we get older, that vitamin A tends to stick around. Over time, it can reach toxic levels. The symptoms, dryness, dizziness, poor vision, aching joints, often get mistaken for regular aging, but might actually signal excess intake, especially if you're regularly consuming more than 2,000 to 3,000 micrograms a day through supplements. There's more to it. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high vitamin A levels in seniors were tied to a 25% higher risk of atrial fibrillation, a dangerous irregular heartbeat that significantly increases stroke risk. If your supplement contains retinol or retinol palmitate, it might be wise to reevaluate. While vitamin A is still important, it's better to get it from beta-carotene sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and eggs. Unlike retinol, beta-carotene gets converted into vitamin A only when needed and doesn't build up dangerously. Check your labels. If retinol is listed, make sure you're under 700 micrograms a day for women or 900 for men. Better yet, avoid synthetic versions altogether and get your vitamin A from food. That's one to avoid. Let's now move on to number 3, a supplement often recommended without testing, and one that could be even more harmful. Number 3, iron supplements. Iron plays a key role in the body, but for older adults, supplementing iron without clear need can be risky. If you're over 65 and taking iron, just in case, it could be backfiring. Iron is often linked to energy and is a common fix for anemia or fatigue. It's even added to many multivitamins marketed to older people. But here's the issue: after age 65, the body doesn't lose iron like it once did. And instead of being excreted, extra iron stays in the body. Just like vitamin A, iron is stored, not flushed out. It gathers in organs like the liver and heart. As levels rise, it causes oxidative stress. Essentially, cellular damage caused by unstable molecules that inflame tissues and accelerate aging. Iron also plays a part in forming harmful compounds called lipid peroxides, which are associated with chronic diseases such as cancer, Alzheimer's, and heart failure. What many don't realize is that most older adults don't need extra iron. After puberty in men and menopause in women, iron loss slows significantly. Unless you've been diagnosed with low iron or are recovering from blood loss, your diet likely provides enough. Meat, dark greens, beans, and fortified cereals all contain iron. Taking extra can throw your system out of balance and silently cause harm. The tricky part about iron overload is that it rarely announces itself clearly. Symptoms like fatigue, stiff joints, confusion, or a racing heart often get written off as just part of getting older. But internally, excess iron could be silently damaging your heart, brain, and liver. And unlike iron deficiency, which is easy to correct, iron excess takes time to fix, often after damage is already underway. If your current multivitamin contains iron, you might want to pause and speak with your doctor. Ask for a ferritin test and transferrin saturation panel. These will measure how much iron your body is storing. If your results are high, it's important to reduce red meat and stop taking iron supplements. What's the better option? Go for a senior-focused multivitamin that clearly says, iron-free. While iron is crucial earlier in life, after 65 it can act like an accelerant for problems your organs aren't equipped to handle anymore. Now let's move to vitamin number 2. This one is taken even more frequently, usually with the best intentions, but it could be slowly damaging your bones and muscles without you even realizing. Number 2, calcium. Calcium has been promoted for decades as essential for strong bones. It shows up in nearly every commercial, doctor's handout, and senior multivitamin. But what's rarely explained is this: calcium supplements, especially when taken alone, can raise your risk for artery hardening, heart attacks, and stroke. That's not hype. It's based on hard data. Calcium is important, yes, but the problem is where the calcium ends up. When you're young, bones easily absorb calcium thanks to hormones and growth activity. But after 65, particularly in postmenopausal women and older men, bone absorption weakens. That leftover calcium doesn't get absorbed. It builds up in places like arteries and soft tissues, where it shouldn't be. This part rarely gets mentioned in mainstream advice. Seniors are constantly told calcium is key for bone density, but without proper nutrients to guide it, the body misdirects the calcium. Instead of strengthening bones, it can stiffen blood vessels and increase the risk of heart disease. And that's not all. Calcium supplements can upset your digestive system, causing constipation, bloating, and even blocking the absorption of minerals like zinc and iron. If you're also on acid blockers or antacids, which many older adults are, your body becomes even less efficient at using calcium from pills. The end result? Digestive discomfort, little benefit to your bones, and added strain on your heart. What's a better path? Choose calcium-rich foods instead. Leafy greens, chia seeds, yogurt, almonds, and canned fish with bones offer natural calcium your body can use effectively, and they're easier to digest. Still think you need a supplement? Pick one that also contains vitamin D3 and K2. These help move calcium into your bones and keep it out of your bloodstream. Check your daily dose. If your multivitamin has 500 to 1000 milligrams of calcium and you're already eating a calcium-rich diet, it may be time to cut back. What your bones really need isn't just calcium, it's a combination of movement, balance, and key nutrients working in harmony. And when it comes to your heart, it needs you to manage calcium properly, so it strengthens, not stiffens, your body. Let's now take a look at the number 1 supplement to be cautious with. It's one of the most commonly taken after 65, often without testing, and it's strongly connected to nerve issues, loss of strength, and, in excess, even premature death. Number 1. Excess vitamin B6. This one surprises most people. Vitamin B6 is generally seen as harmless. It's often suggested to boost energy, improve brain clarity, and support the nervous system. You'll find it in most multivitamins and brain health supplements. But for those over 65, high doses of B6 can slowly harm the nerves, weaken the muscles, and cause symptoms that appear to be ordinary aging, when the real problem is too much of the vitamin. Here's why it's misleading. Since vitamin B6 is water-soluble, many assume the body simply flushes out any extra. But unlike others in its group, B6 can accumulate in nerve tissue. And when it does, it causes harm. Sensory nerves become affected, leading to burning feet, balance trouble, tingling, and muscle weakness. Doctors often mistake these symptoms for diabetic nerve damage or simply aging. But often, the culprit is high B6 intake. Although the official safe limit is 100 mg a day, studies show older adults can experience toxicity at doses as low as 50 mg over time. Many energy pills and memory supplements contain over twice that amount in one serving. Combined with multivitamins and fortified foods, you may be getting far more than you think. The danger? Once nerve damage sets in, it can take months or years to reverse, and in some cases, may not fully heal. Older adults are at higher risk due to slower metabolism, weaker detox capacity, and existing conditions like diabetes that already strain the nerves. What's the right approach? The body still needs vitamin B6, just in small, consistent amounts. Daily recommendations are 1. 5 mg for women and 1.7 mg for men. That's easily met through foods like bananas, tuna, chickpeas, turkey, and enriched grains. Unless blood work confirms a deficiency, there's rarely a reason to take high-dose B6. If your multivitamin or nerve supplement contains more than 5 to 10 mg, consider scaling back. Look for formulas made for older adults, or speak with your doctor about testing your levels. In this case, more isn't better. After 65, too much B6 can leave behind lasting damage to your nerves and mobility. That wraps up our list of 4 vitamins older adults should be cautious about, unless specifically advised by a medical professional. Next up, let's go through 4 nutrients that are not just safe, but vital to take every day after age 65, ranked by importance. Number 4. Magnesium. Magnesium, particularly in forms your body can absorb easily, is one of the most crucial yet frequently forgotten minerals for people over 65. By the time you reach your mid-60s, your magnesium reserves may already be running low. Aging makes it harder to absorb, your kidneys start excreting more of it, and many commonly prescribed medications, like diuretics, antacids, and blood pressure pills, cause magnesium loss even faster. What are the consequences? Fatigue, restless sleep, muscle spasms, anxiety, irregular heartbeat, and blood sugar fluctuations. These symptoms creep in slowly and are often mistaken for normal aging. But when magnesium levels are brought back to normal, older adults often report noticeable improvements: better sleep, clearer thinking, fewer cramps, and a steadier mood. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 functions in the body. It helps manage blood sugar, keeps nerves firing properly, balances blood pressure, and supports muscle activity. It's also essential for maintaining a steady heartbeat and protecting cognitive function. Low magnesium has been directly linked to higher chances of dementia, abnormal heart rhythms, and type 2 diabetes. Not all magnesium supplements work the same. Low-quality options like magnesium oxide don't absorb well and often cause digestive issues. For seniors, gentler, more bioavailable forms, such as magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate, are far better choices. They're easier to digest and more effective in older adults. Aim for 250 to 400 mg daily, depending on your dietary intake and overall health. Foods like pumpkin seeds, dark leafy greens, avocados, almonds, and black beans naturally provide magnesium. However, because modern agriculture has depleted soil nutrients, Getting enough from food alone can be difficult, especially if you take multiple prescriptions that deplete magnesium further. Let's move on to number 3. A vitamin that fuels over 1,000 vital chemical reactions in the body. It boosts your immune system and may dramatically cut your risk of lung infections and cancer beyond age 65. Quick reminder, if you've found this video helpful so far, hit the like button and subscribe. Tap the bell so you don't miss any of our future health tips for aging well. Number 3. Vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 does much more than protect your bones. It acts like a hormone, and it's one of the most important substances your body needs each day. After 65, your ability to produce D3 from sunlight falls sharply, by over 50%. Why? Older skin is less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D, and if you mostly stay indoors, regularly wear sunscreen, or live in colder regions, your levels can drop dangerously low without any clear warning signs. And when that happens, the effects are serious. Low D3 is connected to constant tiredness, thinning bones, weaker muscles, and a sluggish immune system. More alarmingly, a major 2020 review published in the British Medical Journal found that older adults with vitamin D deficiency faced a 50% higher risk of respiratory infections and a 30% higher risk of death from any cause, whether it be cardiovascular disease, cancer, or metabolic disorders. Vitamin D3 acts like an immune regulator. It helps your body recognize harmful microbes, reduce inflammation, and heal faster from injury or illness. People with higher D3 levels often experience better recovery rates and fewer infections. It also plays a key role in brain health, supporting mental focus, emotional well-being, and memory retention. A lack of D3 has been tied to depression and an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. The problem? Most seniors don't get nearly enough. The official recommendation is 600 to 800 IU per day from food and sunlight, but many experts suggest older adults need between 1,000 and 2,000 IU daily just to maintain healthy levels. During the winter, or if you're already deficient, you may need more, under a doctor's supervision. When choosing a supplement, look for the D3 form, known as cholecalciferol, not D2, ergocalciferol, which is less potent. D3 matches the form your skin produces from sun exposure and stays active in your body longer. It's available in liquid, soft gel, or capsule forms, and it's best taken with a meal that contains fat to boost absorption. Coming up next, vitamin number 2. This underappreciated nutrient is essential for your brain, nerves, and blood, but many seniors are running dangerously low on it without even realizing. And when symptoms start to appear, they can easily be confused with early dementia or simply getting older. Number 2. Vitamin B12. If you're past age 65, there's a high likelihood your body isn't getting enough vitamin B12, even if your meals are nutritious. The first hints are subtle: fatigue, forgetfulness, or tingling in your hands and feet. But if the deficiency persists, the effects can become serious and permanent. It may begin to look like dementia, weaken your legs, throw off your balance, and often goes undetected until the damage is done. B12 plays a vital role in producing red blood cells, protecting nerve fibers, and keeping your brain sharp. But as we grow older, the body's ability to pull B12 from food weakens. That's because stomach acid, which is essential for breaking B12 free from proteins, diminishes with age. And medications like metformin or acid blockers can make it even harder. So even a healthy diet may not be enough. And the symptoms aren't limited to memory loss. A lack of B12 can also make you unsteady on your feet, disrupt nerve signals, and increase the risk of falls, often mistaken for arthritis or simply aging, when in reality a correctable vitamin shortage is the cause. What's the solution? Don't rely on food alone to meet your B12 needs after 60. In older adults, food-based B12 isn't absorbed efficiently. Instead, use supplements like methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin. These forms bypass the digestive process and are absorbed directly through the mouth or intestines. For most seniors, a daily dose between 500 and 1,000 micrograms is effective, though if your lab results show a deficiency, your doctor might suggest a higher amount. Since B12 is water-soluble, any extra is safely removed through urine. Supplements are available as tablets, dissolvable lozenges, or even weekly injections. If you're over 65 and haven't checked your B12 level recently, ask your doctor. It could be the most important number on your blood test, because when B12 is low, your entire system pays the price. Once your B12 returns to a healthy range, your memory, mobility, and nerve health can often bounce back, leaving you feeling years younger. Now we've reached number 1 on our list. The single most impactful supplement for older adults. It supports almost every system in your body and has been tied to an impressive 36% reduction in overall mortality. Number 1. Omega-3 fatty acids. EPA and DHA. They may not technically be vitamins, but omega-3 fatty acids, especially the EPA and DHA types, are essential nutrients for anyone over 65. Decades of scientific studies have shown that these healthy fats improve brain health, safeguard your heart, ease joint pain, and even contribute to a longer life. The data is clear. A major study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2021, tracked over 42,000 people in later life. Those with the highest blood levels of omega-3s had a 36% lower risk of dying from any cause, not just heart issues, but across the board. Another large trial published in Circulation showed that omega-3 supplementation reduced the risk of fatal heart attacks in older adults by more than 45%. But the benefits go far beyond the numbers. EPA and DHA are used by the body to form healthy brain cells, keep blood vessels elastic, regulate heartbeat, and fight inflammation. Without enough, many older adults begin noticing brain fog, joint stiffness, irregular heart rhythms, and signs of aging that seem to speed up. Unfortunately, more than 2/3 of Americans over 60 are lacking in omega-3s. Why? Because many people don't consume enough oily fish, or take the right supplements. The best natural sources include sardines, mackerel, anchovies, and wild-caught salmon. Still, diet alone usually falls short, especially in Western countries. That's where high-quality supplements come in. To fill the gap, consider a fish oil product that delivers at least 1,000 mg per day of combined EPA and DHA. For those with inflammation or cardiovascular concerns, your doctor may suggest 2,000 mg or more. Look for supplements that are molecularly distilled to remove heavy metals and in triglyceride form, which is easier for your body to absorb. Taking them with food helps minimize the chance of fishy aftertaste. If you don't eat fish, or avoid animal products, don't worry. Algae-based omega-3 supplements offer a plant-friendly alternative, and they're especially rich in DHA. But omega-3s go beyond just protecting your heart or brain. They also improve memory, emotional stability, mobility, and sleep. These fats are literally part of your brain's structure and essential for communication between nerve cells. Once you're over 65, omega-3s aren't just helpful, they're essential for maintaining quality of life. If your aim is to stay sharp-minded, physically active, and emotionally strong well into your 70s and beyond, omega-3s are among the most powerful allies you can add to your routine. They don't just support longevity, they help protect your identity, your memory, and your ability to live life fully. Now you've gotten a full overview of how vitamins and supplements impact aging. Some can help you stay alert, energetic, and resilient. Others, when taken in the wrong way, may quietly drain your energy, fog your thinking, or put strain on your heart. A label that says Senior Blend doesn't automatically mean it's the right fit for your body. The goal isn't to take more and more supplements, it's to make smarter choices. That means picking nutrients in bioavailable forms, tailored to your age, lifestyle, and medical needs. It's about cutting out what's unnecessary or harmful and giving your body only what helps it function at its best. So take a moment to look at your current supplements. What's actually in that bottle? Let us know in the comments which vitamins surprised you the most today. And if you found this information valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss practical, science-backed health advice. We're here to support you in living not just a longer life, but a stronger, more vibrant one. Thanks for watching, and for being part of our growing community.